When you draft a rookie quarterback in the NFL, it is very important to set up that quarterback with a structure that they can succeed under. And that starts from GM to head coach to offensive play caller. Sometimes that play caller can be the head coach, to overall the quarterback coach, the weapons around them. Everything matters for a quarterback to succeed. And when you look at the Denver Broncos and how they've set things up for their rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, versus the Chicago Bears and how things have gone for their quarterback, Caleb Williams, you could argue that Chicago put Caleb in a situation that, yeah, on paper looks better than Denver's because Caleb's got better weapons, but ultimately they went out and hired an incompetent offensive coordinator in Shane Waldron, and additionally, they shouldn't have kept Matt Eberflus. Eberflus turned around the Bears' defense last year, and that's the reason why he stuck around for another year. But the Bears have done this repeatedly. They fired John Fox after Mitch Trubisky's rookie season. They fired Matt Nagy after Justin Fields' rookie season. And now offensive coordinator's already gone, and most likely Shane Waldron is also going to be gone after Caleb Williams' rookie year. It's a complete joke right now in Chicago. Brett Coleman made a fantastic video breaking down the organizational failures of the Chicago Bears ever since they got Caleb Williams. They lucked into Caleb Williams getting the number 1 overall pick from Carolina. They somehow have found a way to botch it again. And how does this tie into the Denver Broncos? The Broncos are doing pretty much everything right in terms of developing their rookie quarterback, Bo Nix. They have an offensive-minded head coach in Sean Payton, who is the play caller. Sean Payton is not going to go anywhere anytime soon in the Bo Nix era. They've got a veteran offensive coordinator in Joe Lombardi that helps bring in ideas and helps structure the offense and is another good mind in the room to have. And then Davis Webb, who's an up-and-coming quarterbacks coach in the league, who has really good background knowledge from his time as a player. He relates really well to players. Russell Wilson had really high things to say about Davis Webb last year, and Bo Nix is echoing those same sentiments this year. Also, the Broncos have a top offensive line in the NFL. I understand that Garrett Bowles gets harped on and Mike McGlinchey, they get harped on too, but I think overall, man, the Broncos' offensive line, if you compare it to what the Bears are trotting out there with Caleb Williams right now, the Bears would be more than happy to have the Broncos' offensive line. And then you've got the interior with Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg, and Quinn Miners. Those guys are playing well as well. So, quite frankly, I think that when you look at just the overall structure of what the Bears set up Caleb Williams with, yeah, he's got better weapons. There's no doubt about that. But when you have an incompetent offensive play caller in Shane Waldron who can't put those weapons in a position to succeed, a guy who tries to call a fridge throwback play, basically, where they lined up Doug Kramer, the backup center at fullback, and tried to hand it to him on the goal line when they were down by 1 score against the Washington Commanders. That's just dumb. And it's not just that. That was just a microcosm of the entire Bears' struggles with their offensive structure. I think Shane Waldron was easily the worst offensive play caller in the NFL this year. He was putting wide receivers on goal line situations to block 270-pound defensive linemen, expecting that to work. He was calling speed options against loaded fronts to one side. That's never going to work against a 4th and goal situation. I'm sorry, man. Shane Waldron was an absolute buffoon with his play calling. And when it comes to the Broncos, yeah, I understand that Sean Payton gets some flack sometimes for his play structuring. The play call that he had against Kansas City that was easily the worst one for me was that second down play where he calls the stupid reverse. I don't understand it. It was second down and 11, and you're going backwards to go forwards. Sometimes Sean will get a little too cute, but it's nothing in comparison to some of these other play callers out there, such as Shane Waldron, who literally was consistently putting Caleb in a position to be successful, or to not be successful. And look, I'm not saying that Caleb is free of blame here at all, because I feel like he holds on to the ball too long. There's some sort of issue in the locker room, because now we've got this report coming out that Bears players are advocating for the benching of Caleb for Tyson Bagent, the backup quarterback out of Shepherd University. There's something going on here, clearly, with Caleb Williams. But he was put in a horrible situation because the Bears held on to a coach that was basically a lame duck for a year that was an important rebuilding year, and then that same lame duck head coach hired an incompetent offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, man. This is a case study on how to set up your rookie quarterback to fail. And I'm so grateful that Denver has taken an opposite approach to how they've set things up for Bo Nix, because you look at how Bo Nix is starting to really gel in this offense. He's thriving right now. He put the Broncos in position to win that game against Kansas City. None of the Broncos' offensive failures in that game against Kansas City, especially in the third quarter, were Bo Nix's fault. I mean, they struggled to pick up a blitz, and I thought one time Bo did turn his back to the defense, which wasn't good, but Bo put his team on his back and put that game in a position where the Denver Broncos should have won it. So, I just pivot this back to the Chicago Bears because they are a case study of an incompetent joke of an organization. This report is coming from a Bears radio personality, but even Adam Schefter on the Pat McAfee show, I believe it was yesterday, said that the Bears might consider benching Caleb Williams. Do I think it happens? No, I do not. That would be foolish. It would be absolutely dumb. If Matt Eberflus is considering benching Caleb Williams, then the Bears ownership needs to step in, and they need to fire him. They need to fire him and the GM, Ryan Poles. If you bench Caleb Williams, then you are throwing in the towel on a number one pick who has all kinds of talent in the world. I don't even know what to say here, man. The Colts benching Anthony Richardson after he played maybe, 10 games for them. I actually am kind of a proponent of that move because Anthony Richardson honestly hasn't shown a whole lot of promise. He'll have a couple of splash plays, but he can't play within structure. He takes way too much punishment. Caleb Williams has shown way more in the games that he's played than Anthony Richardson has shown in the games that he's played. And now we're having this conversation, apparently, about benching Caleb Williams. Come on, man. I'm sorry, but this is a perfect example of where you land in the NFL as a rookie quarterback. It can either make you or break you. And Bo Nix is thriving, and now we've got this crap coming out of Chicago with Caleb Williams. All right, Broncos country, let me know in the comment section below. How would you compare the overall situation between Bo Nix and Caleb Williams? And do you think that Bo Nix has the brighter future in the NFL right now just based on his overall situation around him? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.